As I consider the market of the moment this month, I'm reminded of a quote I've always kept near and dear to my heart and absolutely did not see for the first time when I just searched interesting quotes about markets on Google. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. That's Benjamin Franklin. Now, to be fair, I did once visit the house in London where Ben Franklin lived for free for 10 years, so you can assume he was definitely a savvy real estate navigator. But regardless of his original audience, I think this maxim perfectly sums up the moment in which we all find ourselves in this tricky local housing market. An ounce of current market data is worth a pound of insight into whether or not you should buy or sell. So, without battering you with too many more Franklin-esque puns, allow me to give you a sense of how we here at Pollock Properties Group feel that knowledge is the key to clarity. The headline topics in our market continue to be twofold. A generational demographic shift is bringing newly formed millennial families out of their expensive two-bedroom apartment rentals in search of more space in which to live and work. Secondly, the rise in interest rates from under 3% to over 7% in a matter of months, coupled with positive financial factors in the lives of sellers, has led to an environment where current owners are not incentivized to sell. Now, these two opposing forces are battling each other, creating a textbook economic situation where high demand and short supply are leading to higher prices. So, what is a seller or buyer to do in an extreme market such as this? Should the buyers just give up? Should the sellers just stay put? I'm going to break down for you both of those questions and try to give you answers to each based on conversations we've been having with mortgage professionals, builders, landlords, fellow agents, and others in the region. So first up, the buyers. Life and economics are all about alternatives. For the millennial first-time buyers in our region, they are mostly having to decide between continuing to spend money on ever-increasing rents in Brooklyn or overpay for a home in the suburbs. Now, a useful aside in this conversation is I highlight the flawed logic of overpaying for real estate with my passive-aggressive use of scare quotes. There is no price tag in a dynamic market for a limited resource. There's only the value of that resource constantly being set by other transactions. Even in an environment of increasing monthly costs, the thing that most matters to the buyer is being able to service the fixed debt against their variable income. And in a moment of inflation pushing wages higher and higher, it's no surprise that the demand pool for housing in our area has yet to dry up amid such high prices. Now, with all this in mind, we're seeing buyers get creative with financing while offering a bit less to sellers. This does not mean the prices are going down, but that the growth of those prices has certainly slowed a bit. We are still seeing a great amount of multiple bids in this area and are yet to be made public accepted offer prices that our team is aware of shows an 8 to 13% jump between list price and sale price. Now, this is down from the last couple years where that jump was much higher, but this spring market is still one of price inflation. So, on the other side of the ledger, think about the typical seller who bought here in Maplewood in, say, the spring of 2011. They settled into a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom for the Great Recession sale price of around $400,000. But now their family of 2 has grown to a family of 4, and 1 full bathroom doesn't cut it, and they would love to move to a bigger home, but they refinanced in 2020 for 3%. They're feeling those golden handcuffs tightly around their wrists, and they want to pay, not get away from paying that low payment every month. Now, one thing that is eternally true in real estate, though, is when children become teenagers, no one wants to share a bathroom with them anymore. Either way, homeowners primarily move because of life events and will worry about finances second. Now, this was easy to say when rates were close to the basement and now they're in the stratosphere. However, things are not as dire as they seem for our crowded family of 4. One silver lining in the current market is that the list price to sale price ratio for Soma homes that list between $700,000 and $1 million has been 3% higher than homes that list above $1 million. Now, this larger cut in the general growth in this group gives move-up buyers the ability to put more money down on their next home. Now, this instant equity is helping sellers borrow much less on their new larger homes. Now, sellers are also taking advantage of mortgage programs that pay down the rates, use variable arms and things like that. Now, our mortgage partner, Matt Keen, can help give prospective sellers great insights into what programs might be available to them and help them the most. Now, the final piece of data to share with you is just how drastic the decline in inventory has been. And when you look at the inventory from January 1st to March 15th over each of the past 5 years, you see a shocking decline in that time period. Now, from 2019, there were 174, and today there are 71 listings that came on during that time. Now, the obvious thing to glean from this information is that if you're planning to sell your home right now, it will sell, and it will sell fast. The supply is just too low for it to do otherwise. You can go from Poor Richard to Ben Franklin in one weekend. Okay, I'll stop. Now, if you are a buyer in northern New Jersey today, our advice is that you get with a great mortgage broker like Matt Keen, find out what monthly payment works for your long-term budget. Prices are not drastically changing anytime soon, and it may take 10 years for the inventory to get back to 2019 levels. But purchasing a house now still presents more pros than cons over that same decade. So give us a call today, and we'll show you how we can help. Thanks so much.